What's up guys, Jim Yosef here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to today's dose of transfer gossip. And today is Thursday, the 3rd of August. And you can probably already tell by the title of the video that today's episode is absolutely nuts. Something went down yesterday and I wasn't expecting it personally, but it's happening. But we'll move on to that in just a bit in today's episode. So before we get started, as always, you can show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. Remember, 1,000 likes is the target for today's video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notification tab next to it to receive notifications about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. And today's question of the day: in today's current transfer market, with all the fees being extortionate right now, how much do you think Messi is worth? Let me know your answers down below in the comments section. But now, let's jump on to confirmed deals. And the very first one is a goalkeeper called Robin Rutter. I may have said that wrong, so apologies. But he's joined Sunderland in the Championship now from FC Utrecht on a free transfer. Then we've got Victor Rodriguez going to Seattle Sounders in the MLS from Sporting Gijon on a free transfer. And I think last night is the MLS All-Stars versus Real Madrid. I am recording this just before the game kicks off, so hopefully it's a good one to watch. Next up, we go on to Alex Skrindo, formerly of Liverpool, Lyon, Valencia, and recently at Aston Villa. Today, he joined a team in Turkey, and it's a very long name. Honestly, I don't think I can pronounce it. They will be in FIFA 18 because they got promoted, and they're called FK Yeni Malatyaspor. And that one isn't undisclosed fee. Next up, we go on to Pasalic, a Croatian player currently owned by Chelsea, going out on loan to Spartak Moscow in Russia. And I think just before he went out on loan, he signed a new contract. And last year, he spent out on loan to AC Milan. Next up, we go on to a right back in Russia called Salagov, going on loan to Dinamo Moscow from Zenit for the season. And then we got a contract extension for Phil Jagielka of Everton. It's a 1-year deal until 2018. Then we move on to Negredo, formerly last year of Middlesbrough, and he was still owned by Valencia, but now fully confirmed to Besiktas. The fee is just over £2 million, and the way they actually announced him, it was really strange. You've got to assume they're joking when doing it, but either way, go check it out if you haven't seen it. Next up, we've gone to Felipe Caicedo, another former Man City striker this time, joining Lazio from Espanyol for a fee of €2.5 million. Then we got to one for Zenit St. Petersburg, and that player is Emiliano Rigoni, a Argentinian left midfielder. And today, he joined them from Independiente in Argentina, I think it is, for just over £8 million. And so far this summer, they've signed Juicy, Mamana, Paredes, as well as Rigoni. So a lot of Argentinian players for Roberto Mancini. And now we've got the full confirmation of Matthias Vecino going to Inter Milan from Fiorentina for a fee of €24 million. That was his release clause, by the way, as a 4-year deal. And he's the second player this summer so far to go from Fiorentina to Inter. The other one, of course, is Borja Valero. But now we've got 3 players that this year are on FIFA Ultimate Team. The very first one is one from Arsenal. So the player is called Martez. He plays for Arsenal like I mentioned before. I'm pretty sure he's been on FIFA Ultimate Team before this year. Not quite sure why he isn't on this year's title, but either way, he's joined Getafe on loan for the season. The second player is a FIFA favourite from a couple of years ago called Burak Yilmaz. The Turkish striker has joined Trabzonspor in Turkey from Beijing Guan in the Chinese Super League for €3 million. I think he joined the CSL about a year and a half ago, but now he's returned to Turkey, like I mentioned. But now we got to Diakabi going to Monaco from Stade Rennes, and it is an undisclosed fee right now on a 5-year contract. And now we move on to potential deals. And the very first player is going to Danny Drinkwater, who a couple of days ago was into Chelsea. Now again, according to Mediaset, Chelsea will look to sign Leicester City's Danny Drinkwater instead of Bayern Munich's 19-year-old Renato Sanchez. I know it's a pre-season tournament, by the way, but in the Audi Cup against Napoli as well as Liverpool, if a player starts pressing Renato Sanchez, he starts panicking and he loses the ball a lot. I am fully aware I'm based out of 2 pre-season games, but either way, his time at Bayern right now isn't looking too great. Next up, we've gone to Gylfi Sigurdsson, and according to The Guardian today, Everton's £50 million deal to sign Swansea attacking midfielder Gylfi Sigurdsson will likely be completed over the next few days. The reports do say he's missed a fair few pre-season games so far for Swansea because his head isn't in the right place at the moment, and Everton have been trying to get a deal completed for a long time now, in fact all transfer window, and finally it's coming to a close. Next up, we've gone to Sergio Roberto, then to Manchester United. This is according to the Daily Star today. They say Jose Mourinho has spoken to Barca's Sergio Roberto about a potential move to Old Trafford. One thing about Sergio Roberto is very versatile. He can play right back, right midfield, centre mid, and a couple other positions. I'm not saying he's a similar type of player, by the way, but in comparison, you could say he's like Fabinho, because Fabinho for Monaco, he used to play as a fullback for them, then moved into midfield, and Sergio Roberto last year played right back, right midfield, and like I said, centre mid. Another player linked to Manchester United recently is Serge Aurier from PSG, but apparently United poured cold water on claims that a deal has been done with PSG for the defender. Several newspapers on Wednesday were claiming that United were set to pay £27 million for Ivory Coast international services, despite the fact he's currently banned from entering the UK. It's also understood that United are not currently pursuing other targets, and they may have to offload some other players before allowing any more transfers. And next up, we've got an appearance from Coutinho yet again, this time according to Daily Mail. Barcelona will ignore Liverpool's claim that Coutinho is not for sale at any price or making a new offer for him worth €120 million or £107.2 million for the Brazilian. And after our game against Atletico Madrid yesterday, Klopp did say again, Coutinho is not for sale, so he says it over and over again, but Barca apparently is not taking that. And my personal view is the only way that Barca get Coutinho this summer, I'm not saying he won't go there in the future by the way, is if he generally tries to push through a move, because some players, they refuse to play, refuse to train, and they eventually get their move, and Coutinho, he could do that, but I can't see him doing it personally. But with what's going on so far in his transfer window itself, honestly, so much more could happen. And now we've got Naby Keita, who was heavily linked to Liverpool, but of course it broke down a little bit because Leipzig, they're not selling. It is somewhat comparable to Coutinho and Liverpool stuff, and with Barca, he's not for sale at any price, he's that valuable. So the sporting director of Leipzig called Ralf Rangnick, who actually blocked Keita's proposed move to Liverpool this summer, has revealed the player is unlikely to sign a new contract with the club. There were some rumours saying Leipzig would try and offer him a new contract, and the main reason for that is to remove his release clause, which is currently £48 million next summer. A lot of sites are still saying Liverpool are very confident to get him next year for that release clause of 48 mil, but personally, I'm not very confident because if he has another great year, the big boys like Real Madrid, Barca, they'll come calling for him. So apparently we offered anywhere between 66 and 73 mil for him, but again, Leipzig won't have any of it. They will lose some potential money over the year because again, 48 mil is a lot less than 73, but they do get 1 year of Champions League football with him. And next up, according to the Daily Mail, Arsenal forward Alexis Sanchez has convinced his teammates he wants to leave the club this summer. He's only been back in training now since Tuesday, and I find it very difficult with stories like this to believe them because how can the newspapers find out what other players are thinking? And we're just 8 or 9 days away now from the Prem starting back up, and Arsenal, I can't see them selling their best player just before the season kicks off. And next up, according to Corriere dello Sport, Inter aiming to lure Julian Draxler from Paris Saint-Germain as part of a deal that sees João Mario go to the French capital. Draxler only joined PSG back in January, and João Mario, he joined Inter 1 year ago from Sporting. And Draxler does seem to be doing pretty well for himself at PSG, but now Neymar could be coming in, it may disrupt it a little bit. And now another PSG player linked for a move away today is it going to be Angel Di Maria, according to Mundo Deportivo. With Neymar seemingly set to go to Paris Saint-Germain, Barca have been in touch with Angel Di Maria to gauge the Argentine's interest in a potential move the opposite way. He did used to play for Real Madrid, so it would be a controversial one, but honestly I can't see Di Maria being the top target. I imagine Coutinho, Dybala, Griezmann, they're probably all ahead of him. And also Dembele from Borussia Dortmund. But now we've got to the main man himself, Neymar to PSG. So at 9:25 AM yesterday, Barca tweeted, Neymar Jr. hasn't trained on Wednesday with the permission of the coach. And as expected, it caused a lot of rumours, but then straight after that, Barca released an official statement. And Barca in the statement did confirm that Neymar has asked to leave the club. And it does say if any club wants to buy him, they have to pay the full release clause of €222 million. And if you go back a couple of weeks ago to July 20th, Barca said Neymar is not on the market. And now they're saying the release clause itself will have to be deposited in entirety. Now if I'm right, that does mean that Barca, they want the full $222 million up front. And a guy called Wagner Ribeiro, who's in Paris right now, he's either Neymar's agent or advisor, has tweeted saying Paris is marvellous, the Eiffel Tower, wine and football. L'Equipe are saying Neymar is expected to be in Paris today to complete his move to PSG, and it could be finalised by Friday at the latest, or potentially even tonight. And in fact, just after a statement from Barca, Messi took to Instagram to post a video and a goodbye message to Neymar. He said it was a pleasure to have played with Neymar for a couple years, and he wishes him good luck for the next stage of his career. And Neymar then commented on it by saying, "Thank you brother, I'll miss you mate." Neymar underwent his PSG medical yesterday in Porto in the presence of club doctor Eric Roland, according to L'Equipe. And Sky Sports tweeted saying Neymar has agreed a 5-year deal with PSG worth £450 million, earning £515,000 a week after tax. And someone actually worked out, tax included by the way, is £3,547 per hour, £85,142 per day, £596,000 per week, £2,384,000 per month, and £30,992,000 per year. But again, after tax, it's £515,000 per week. The PSG move must have been in the works for a fair amount of time because he decided to leave Barca before the pre-season tour. And La Liga officials are now saying they won't accept the activation of Neymar's release clause. They believe it is their stance to block Neymar's move because the way PSG are paying for it might be illegal under financial fair play. There were a lot of reports in La Liga. They may report PSG to UEFA for financial fair play. I'm not sure if they'll do it. It could be something to watch out for. In fact, yesterday, they were expecting PSG and Neymar's lawyer to go to the office to pay the full release clause. So they didn't arrive yesterday, but now they're fully expected to turn up this morning. And I was actually linked to a tweet yesterday dated the 10th of June 2016. And it says UOL Neymar and his father have agreed to join PSG in 2017, and it will be interesting to see if the PSG owners pay 220 mil. So that is one of two things: either it's a very good guess or they knew something back then. And finally, sources told Sky Sports News that a deal is not motivated by money. The actual quote does say, "People say it's being driven by money, but he wants to become the leader at a club. He wants to be independent and win the Ballon d'Or. And that he believes he can do that in Paris." I do somewhat understand where he's coming from, but still, going from Barca to PSG is a step down in my opinion. And the final one today is Mbappe, and some breaking news about him. So L'Equipe are reporting that Mbappe has decided he wants to leave Monaco this summer. L'Equipe are saying the 4 clubs in the race to sign him are Man City, PSG, Real Madrid and Barca. And it also said that Barca have now opened talks about a potential deal. And it seems like a very convenient time for that article itself to come out, especially the Neymar stuff going on. And another site asking that Monaco have raised their asking price for Mbappe to 200 million euros. And the reason for that is because the Neymar fee itself of 222 million is absolutely crazy, but prices now may go through the roof. And it's going to be a domino effect for transfers now. For example, Dembele from Dortmund, they could probably ask for like an extra 40 to 50 mil out of him, and they'll probably get that. And it's because it is public knowledge how much Barca received from the Neymar deal. But that is the final one for today's video, guys. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. Remember, 1,000 likes is the target for today's video. If you're new to my channel, make sure to click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notification tab next to it to receive notifications about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. And today's question of the day: how much do you think Messi would be worth in this current transfer market? So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.